Yeah, my Real Racing 3 is.
What about it?
It's repaired.
Oh, your car.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be your game? You're playing this week again? You played other stuff, right?
No, I bought something else, but Marty's gonna hate me when I tell him how much I paid.
Do we have an
for it.
apps with Marty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're prepared, Matt Lawrence.
Stuff.
Apps with Marty. It's my segment. Look at that shit.
Let's see how long it is.
Holy crap!
Whoa!
You're gonna read that?
You actually have to scroll down to read all of it too. Look at that.
That's 2 pages.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Holy shit!
Are you gonna read all of that?
No, that's for the video.
Okay, save that for
I'll
the
just
video.
condense.
Are you guys gonna do the video?
We are gonna do a video.
Yeah, I'm looking into programs to record the iPad screen.
I don't think you're gonna be able to do that.
You can view your iPad on your MacBook,
And then you can
and
record your screen.
Record your screen on the MacBook.
There you go.
Mm.
Get that shindig down.
I found
Can't get audio.
there's somebody posts figure out a way how to cheaply screen record like a video game console. So you might actually be able to do it if there's a video out. They said take a video camera, like your regular store-bought video camera, and set the record mode instead of to like video, set it to HD or like HDD, which is hard drive, and then you can plug in a video source to it. So when you record, it's just recording whatever video source is going. The problem is though it's standard def.
No,
It's not HD.
I don't like that.
Yeah. What'd you do? Restart it?
I wasn't tracking the what is that? I forget the playhead, so I couldn't see where it was going if it messed up or anything.
Mm.
I need to watch the levels in case anyone's going too high or low. Yeah, so
I think we picked.
they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be picked up on
No.
this.
Welcome to Day One Patch. My name is Ryan Johnson. I'm your host. With me today, I have Adriano Petty,
Hello.
Martin Isaacs.
Hello.
You like Martin better?
I do prefer the name Martin, actually.
Okay, I've been calling you Marty forever, so you're
Yeah.
staying Marty. Matt Lawrence.
Hello.
And we're gonna start off with what we're playing. And Adriano, do you want to go first?
What did I say last time? Mario Galaxy.
You said
And-
that plus
and
Real
Castlevania.
Racing.
Yeah, Mario
And-
Galaxy, Castlevania 3, and Real Racing. But I've mainly been playing Real Racing.
So you're still playing all those games?
Yeah, I played like 5 minutes of each.
Okay.
I just whenever I've been busy. So, I am going to start a new game though. Marty, how much have you ever paid for an app on or game or anything for your iPhone or iPad?
The Max? Like $7 maybe?
For what was it?
I cannot remember. It
Okay.
probably wasn't a game.
Okay, that's not that bad then.
Yeah.
I waited for Final Fantasy to come on sale, and it did from like $7.99 or $8.99 down to $3.99.
Okay.
So I paid $3.99 plus applicable taxes.
That ain't so
I'm
bad.
gonna start that.
Wait, are you
soon.
saying that's expensive?
Yeah.
I paid like $10 for apps. Multiple apps.
The most I had ever paid before that was $2.99 for Plants vs Zombies, and that's few and far between. I usually only pay 99 cents.
That was a free app of the week like a couple weeks ago, I think too.
Yeah, well, I bought it like when I
Long
first got
time
my
ago,
3GS 3 years ago.
All right, Marty, what are you playing?
I am playing The Walking Dead. Not to be confused with AMC's The Walking Dead, which just came out, but the Telltale's Walking Dead. I'm on the 2nd episode now, and I love it.
The other one just came out.
Yeah,
Survival Instinct.
Survival Instincts.
The actual AMC branded one.
Oh, didn't know that.
So it's got the theme song. Damn them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm assuming you're playing that then.
I am.
But yeah, this game rocks.
What's the girl's name in that again? I forget the little girl.
Clementine.
Clementine.
They were saying
Such an
that
adorable name.
they're saying that they want her to be in the TV show.
Mm.
And let's see if they could do some sort of crossover.
I would like to
that.
see some of the characters crossed over.
It'd be kind of neat.
They're pretty.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, because the Telltale one is canonical with the graphic novels.
Yes.
Like you don't see all those characters in the graphic novels, but it is canon.
It'd be cool if there was like another group in the show, right? They like eventually meet up with them or something when they're traveling.
Yeah. They probably won't even acknowledge it. Just like have her like in the background somewhere. Just very obscure.
How far did you get in the 2nd episode?
I waited like 3 hours for it to download, and then
Oh
I
my
didn't get to
God.
play it.
Your connection's
You're a saint.
Yeah, so then I just started playing Midnight Club again.
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I can applaud to that.
Great racing
I
game.
love that game.
Matt, how about you?
I'm playing AMC's The Walking Dead, Survival Instinct,
How was
Surprise.
as well as some Lego City Undercover.
Tell us about Survival Instinct.
A lot of people are bitching about it because you can kind of tell it had low production values. It's not the greatest graphics. There's some repetitive environments and stuff, but
Now, do you think they spent all their budget on getting the 2 voice actors?
I just think that they were
Do you think that's
rushed.
possible?
I think they just rushed it because I don't know how much they spent on that because I'm wondering if maybe AMC kind of paid for that because it is an AMC branded game, right? They could have been part of their contract. I don't know.
Is AMC's logo on the front of the
Yes.
game? Okay.
Because
AMC's The Walking Dead Survival Instinct.
yeah,
here's my problem.
That's a mouthful.
Here's my problem. AMC is making a lot of money off The Walking Dead. Why not actually put some good money into the game?
I think they wanted to roll like I kind of read a little review from IGN I think earlier, and they were saying how they think that the studio is under pressure to get it out before the end of season 3,
Oh, well,
which is
terrible.
coming out soon.
It's like 2 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I think I'm not 100% sure. So
'Cause we were watching you play it, and it did look pretty good.
it's good, but like for example, like it's pretty cool. Like it's not free roam, but it kind of gives you the illusion. So like you play in an environment, so like a level, and then you can get survivors. You can do side missions in there, but there's like 2 or 3 per level. And then if you save those survivors, they go to your vehicle at the end of the level. So when you're there, you can choose to like if there's not enough room in your car, you can leave one behind or whatever. But the problem is there's no story elements with them. Like if they die, they never talk to you. If they die, they do whatever. They're just there, and you can send them out to find fuel or find food or whatever, and you can give them weapons and stuff. But if they die, they lose weapons. So all my survivors have died, despite me giving them what they wanted, like for weapons and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. Like it'll say like, okay, we need to go meet up with Merle, so let's go. We have to get to this city. So you have to scavenge gas, you have to scavenge supplies, and then your gas will run out. And for every route that you like, when you go take a route, like you can take the back roads, the highway, or something else, and each one's like high chance of breakdown but low chance of finding supplies. A lot of gas used, but high chance of finding supplies and that sort of thing. So it kind of gives you the illusion. And then as you're driving along, it'll say like, "Do you want to stop at this campsite to scavenge? Yes or no?"
It sounds like a point and click game.
It isn't. That's just like the map. It'll like show up, and then you go into the first person environment. But the problem is, it'll be like, "You want to go to this campsite?" Yes. Oh, that's the same as the last campsite with different supplies.
Now, is this a good representation of the Walking Dead universe, or is this just another
Schlock.
like bland zombie game?
Yeah, did they capture that Walking Dead on TV feel?
Some of the melee combat, yes, but it's not. I'm kind of with IGN and with them saying that it's kind of flat. Because they said like all the buildings are very generic. They're just like square buildings.
Yeah.
You don't see like in The Walking Dead where you see like buildings half blown apart and like tanks and stuff out of commission. You don't really see that. You see you see like cars. You see unmarked, for some reason, unmarked police cars. We were mentioning that before. Just a blue car with sirens on it.
Yeah.
That's
there's
fucking
no-
lazy.
And then all of a sudden in the middle of the game, because I unlocked a cruiser. All of a sudden in the middle of the game, I was driving, and then a sheriff's logo just appeared on my car. Like it was literally showing it driving, and it just like out of nowhere. I was like, "What the fuck?"
It took a while for the graphic to load.
But that was like 2 missions, and then it worked. But other than like it's pretty cool. It has some pretty legitimate scares. Ryan's heard me scream while playing it. So I was in the hospital, and I'm just gonna ruin this little part here. We're like walking around this lobby, and all these zombies all these walkers apparently dead. So I'm like, "Oh, it's nothing." And then fucking Merle goes, "Daryl!" like really loud in the thing, and then every walker in the room wakes up. So I almost threw my controller because I was scared. It's good stuff though.
Do you when you play horror games like that? Do you play like with the TV loud and lights off and curtains closed? Or
Yep, full surround sound, lights off, middle of the night.
Good. I'll have to give you credit for that.
So
It's one of the worst things is when you just play a horror game, you just middle of the day, low volume,
Oh, yeah.
lights on with people around. It's,
With other people.
it's what my Wimpable brother would. The only way he'd play Alan Wake is if he said I sat there with him because he was
It's
too
not that
scared to
scary,
play.
though.
Is it? Yeah.
It's not even that scary of a game.
Yeah.
He's like I know, but just for some reason I don't like that game. It's like it's weird. I don't know. It's unsettling for
Yeah,
me.
that's true. I'll give him that. I don't like unsettling games either.
Cool game though.
Yeah, it's an amazing game.
They're talking about one being a launch title for the Xbox 720
They should just go
Alan
ahead and make
Wake.
a movie.
because they need exclusives to launch with
Yeah.
their console.
Yeah.
Right now they're hurting.
What are you playing?
I'm playing Lego City Undercover.
Yeah, you were
Matt
playing.
also mentioned that. Yeah.
How's that, guys?
Decent. Better than I expected.
The game looks mad charming.
Well,
Yeah.
I might be a little biased here because there's been no games for the Wii U, and so now it's like, yay, Wii U game! I'm gonna play this, and so I might be,
I'll play it too on the Xbox 360.
when it comes out. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Stop saying that.
It definitely could. There's nothing stopping it
Yeah.
from doing that, and it would work perfectly on other consoles. So
But the problem is, I don't know if you've gotten to a part, but you can't build your own vehicles, which is kind of stupid.
it's not stupid. It's just a feature they didn't put in. I mean, we can't.
Well, like I mean, it's Lego. I've always like I don't think the Lego games are Lego-like for some reason. Like, I realize they look like Lego, but I want to build something, and I don't want to just hold down a button and watch my person put something together. I want to build it myself. I want to build the truck or something.
Mhm.
and
Just
go
wait
right.
for the Mega Bloks game.
Yeah.
Good lord.
I heard there's like a lot of skins, like a lot of different outfits.
I haven't gone that far. I've played like 2 missions. But I have like 2 skins. That's it.
It's basically a kid's GTA, but it's funny.
Yeah.
What do they do for the pad, the screen? Like, how do they use that?
Your character in game has his own kind of almost like cell phone-ish. I forget what they call it. Receiver.
I forget something,
receiver or
something
something
bad
like that.
or something like that.
And it's basically he's holding like a Wii U basically in his hand, like the controller, and then it displays whatever he sees. So like he'll get incoming calls from the police headquarters, and the little Lego girl will show up and tell you your mission and stuff.
Yeah, you get like
It has-
video calls on.
Has your mini map on there, so you can show you what direction you need to go in and stuff.
I saw you guys scanning something too, weren't you?
Oh yeah, you get to certain areas where you can use like a police scanner, not like a radio one, but you can look up through buildings and they can see through the buildings, and you have to scan like a character to see if he's the bad guy you're going to catch, and it actually works with like the accelerometer and stuff. So it's pretty cool that way.
It's a good game. I just wish there was construction. That's it.
And I wish they changed it up just a little bit more because it still has all the same Lego menus and stuff. So it feels like the other Lego games, which
Yeah,
I wish they had refreshed it for this time around because the old Lego games are getting kind of old. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But overall enjoyable. And it's a new game for the Wii U, so that's good.
How many of the other Lego games have you played? Which ones?
Both the Star Wars ones.
All 3.
Well, the third one was the
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. Yeah, all 3 of them. Yeah, that's right. A
they
little bit
over
of the
there
Indiana
somewhere?
Jones one, and that's about it.
Are they in that fine selection of games?
They are. Yeah.
Somewhere.
Not the Indiana Jones one. I got that one for Mac. So.
My favorite Lego games though are probably the Harry Potter ones, just 'cause magic adds a lot more features.
Oh yeah, that's pretty crazy actually.
Yeah, you
The
can do
Harry
a lot.
Potter
You can
one's-
do a
that
lot
one's
with the
fun.
magic.
Yeah.
You can just cast any spells whenever you want.
And I wanted to get the Lord of the Rings one, but I heard bad things about it, so I didn't get it.
The second Batman one is incredible. It's fully voiced. You can just cruise around Gotham.
With Kevin Conroy.
No.
You said fully voiced.
Yeah.
It was the first Lego game that had the characters voiced.
Oh, it had dialogue in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, can you grab other?
I was misleading, Marty.
What do you mean fully voiced? It's still there's all characters talk. There's no Kevin Conroy.
You
though.
said Batman and fully voiced. I mean, it was Kevin.
It might be
Conroy.
Kevin Conroy. Hold on.
I don't think it is.
Continue with your show. Your little show you're doing
No,
here.
You know who Batman is? It's
I swear to God, I've seen Nolan North.
No. He wasn't in the. It's the other big voiceover guy. I don't
Does he do Batman for the other cartoon show, The Batman?
I don't know, but he's doing Joel in The Last of Us.
That
He
guy.
plays Snow in Final Fantasy. I don't know if you guys know him.
No.
And then he's in BioShock Infinite. He's the main guy in BioShock Infinite. I think he does Batman in the Lego games.
Probably me.
It's Marty. All right, let's move on to apps with Marty. If you're,
I'm doing okay. I'll do apps with Marty.
it's not important.
Apps with Marty. We should get a theme song.
We need a theme song for a show first before we get one.
Yeah.
Good point. All right, apps with Marty. I have a good one for you today, folks. The Silent Age. It is a side-scrolling point-and-click adventure game available on the App Store. It's free, by the way. So, the first thing I noticed about this game when I booted it up was the killer music. I'm actually gonna play it for you, but just a brief summary on the story, which is mentioned in the description of the app and the intro of the game. The game is set in 1972, and you are Joe, a janitor for a national defense company. After receiving a promotion, you are now in charge of cleaning the mysterious labs in the basement. Journeying into the lab, you find a blood trail that leads to a mysterious dying man. The man tells you he is from the future, and the future where 40 years from now, mankind will be extinct. The man tells you to take the time machine and search for the past version of himself in order to stop the terrible fate of the world before it happens. So this game's bitching because it has time travel. It's
That could also be scary though.
yes, but a lot of the puzzle solving in the point and click is based around the actual time machine he gives you. It's just this little portable thing, And once you use it for the first time, you can actually use it whenever you want. When you use it for the first time, you go into the future, and it's all the buildings are torn down, the windows are boarded up, everything's gone to shit, and there's nobody running around. There's no humans at all. You're the only one. And I'll give you an example of the time machine puzzles you have to solve. All right, you're in the future, and there's a door. You're trying to get to the door, but the door is covered by ivy, poison ivy. The poison ivy took over the wall. It's covered up the door. So you travel back to the past in the 70s, kill the poison ivy, then go to the future before it grows and takes over the wall, so you can get through the door. That's the type of puzzles you're dealing with in this game.
So yeah, are they all time travel based?
Most of them, yes.
Okay.
But it's kind of like the same boring point and click. You find an item, you find one specific item to do one specific job, and then you're done with it, which kind of pisses me off.
So could you, like, instead of traveling back to the 1970s to stop it, could you stop it like in the 1980s?
Nope, only 2 time periods: your present and the scary future. But like I was saying, a lot of the puzzles are based around using the time machine. It's not terribly difficult. I noticed I finished it in about an hour, and all the puzzles were fairly easy. But it is episodic, and they do promise more episodes on the way. However, once you beat the game, it gives you the option to donate to their website, and they're kind of doing this in a like a Kickstarter type fashion. They have like a progress bar of the money that's getting donated, and they want $25,000 before they're gonna put out episode 2. And I believe this game was released in November, and last I checked, they were at $8,000. So I think we're gonna be waiting on episode 2 for a while, which is a shame because it's a terribly short game, but it's actually amazing. It's actually one of the funnest apps I've played. Might be because I'm a sucker for time travel, but this game's got a wicked story, wicked soundtrack, wicked puzzles. Go check it out. It's called The Silent Age.
Yeah, play that music if you can.
Oh, you want to hear the music?
That's why I got the headphones on so I can hear it.
Yeah, once you boot up the game, it actually recommends you play the rest of the game with headphones on.
I've had a couple games like that.
Yeah.
If you want the full experience, play with headphones. That's what they told me.
That's what they told you?
That's what they told me.
There's some music for you.
The app icon's hilarious.
For this game?
Yeah,
it's just the dude.
It's just the profile of the dude.
There you go. The Silent Age. Now imagine walking around to that music in the future.
In the dead future?
We're the only one alive.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I look forward to the sequel, but as of right now, it's a little bit disappointing, considering you can beat it in an hour.
I'm downloading it right now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good review, Marty.
Now,
hopefully, look forward to the video review of this later on, where I go into much more detail.
Yeah, we'll have that on our YouTube page.
Are the environments like? Are they just pictures? Because you were saying it's point and click, or are they like fully...
Well, okay, it's a side scroller, so you can actually see your character. You can actually move him.
Okay.
Wherever you point, he walks. And when you're in the present, you can actually interact with other characters, and they move around, and their mouths move.
That's cool.
No voices.
This screenshot looks like he's in the Aperture Science Laboratories.
A little bit, and he's wearing an orange jumpsuit too.
Yeah.
It's a nice N7 case you got there.
Yeah.
Check it out. The Silent Age, free on your app store right now.
All right, thank you, Marty. Let's move on to our very first story. This one, is that the theme song?
Yeah.
We've talked about this topic a bit in previous podcasts, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But just a recent report came out that the Sandy Hook shooter was a deranged gamer. So they're still trying to pin all this gun violence on video games, and I just want to get one last opinion from you guys on your final take of video games leading to violence. Yeah. So let's start with you, Marty.
Bullshit. Video game violence does not lead to violent people, in my
But I will
opinion.
fucking kill them if they keep on saying it does.
I play games. I'm not a violent person.
Yeah.
I play games where I'm chainsawing through people. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Somebody on Reddit posted this. Said this: if like games like GTA cause mass shootings, why don't they cause mass this? And it shows like just a video of a guy just like driving through a crowded mall. It's like,
Yeah.
why don't more people just drive recklessly?
Yeah.
Like, no. There's no effect.
Yeah, I think it's just like a regular correlation, or not a regular correlation, but something they're trying to grasp at. Oh, he played video games. That's why he did this. They're trying to look for a reason as to why he did this. Other than that, they might just be insane. You know?
Crazy people are crazy.
Yeah.
This is the best part. The first paragraph of the news article, which is on GameSpot, but they're obviously not writing the full thing. It says a massacre in Connecticut 3 months ago was a deranged. Oh, sorry, I'll do that. Was a quote deranged quote gamer. They don't even have the word gamer in the quotes. They're
Just
literally
deranged.
they're deranged.
Yeah.
Then they add in gamer. That's according to a New York report from a new report from the New York Daily News. So looks like they're really trying to skew it in a way to make it look like games are responsible.
Why are they trying so hard to avoid the conversation on the gun control? Because everyone always
Because
goes
it's
to that.
so far, it's so part of their culture. Like it's
I realize that, but they could just have more laws. It doesn't mean that maybe not purchasing laws, but like some form of, I don't know.
Well, they're even like trying to stop the universal background checks, which makes
Yeah.
perfect sense to me. Check their background history
Yeah.
before you give them a gun.
Man,
That makes
I
perfect
think we
sense.
should give guns to people who just came out of mental hospitals.
That's Matt being sarcastic for
Improve
those of
the
you
economy.
yeah.
just joining us.
It is embedded into the spinal cord of their culture. It is, like, it's probably accurate to some point that if you were to stop, if you're to stop making guns readily available, I'm sure the economy would actually take a hit because I'm sure that there's a lot of jobs responsible for the production.
1776 will happen again.
That's the problem. Like they're afraid. They're afraid to even like add on the slightest little laws that would help.
What's ridiculous is they there's a lot of them who think they need to take back America one day because the military is going to be like, or the government's going to be corrupted, and then they're going to be oppressed again, like they were by the British, and then they're going to have to use their guns to take back America. The military has tanks, helicopters,
have
jet
bigger
fighters,
guns.
battleships. Your little assault rifle is not
Not
going to do
gonna-
anything
yeah.
against the military. They got Predator drones, not even people that can fly around. So
America spends more on defense than like the next 12 countries combined.
yeah, they can cut it in half and still be
Yeah.
spending way more than everyone else.
That includes Russia and China in there.
Yeah, and China's growing their military.
Yeah.
But the whole video game gun thing is kind of making me angry.
I remember what Jon Stewart said about how people, they're afraid of some obscure, messed up apocalyptic future. They're not willing to deal with the apocalyptic present.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll tell you about it.
Also, another point is like there's 300 million guns in the U.S. There's
Your
300
Wi-Fi
million.
sucks, by the way. Just kicked me off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's 300 million people in the U.S., but not everyone owns a gun. So there's people who have like giant stockpiles of weapons. You know, they own much more than even like 5 or 6 or maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
20.
legal to have an arsenal there, pretty much.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, so it's kind of scary when you think about it. You know.
Freaking disaster.
But anyway, let's move on to some more. A lot of EA news this week, kind of.
Again, oh my god.
Yeah. If you listen to a podcast, I think it was maybe 3 weeks ago. Whenever SimCity, we did our SimCity
That was 3
episode.
weeks ago, yeah, I believe.
You might have heard all the crazy stuff happening with SimCity. Still not fully working. I'm
Nope.
still getting a lot of problems. Our city doesn't even work, man. Our region.
Yep, they also have a deadlocked state which they forgot to fix up.
Oh yeah, I actually want to warn people about that because
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay. Basically, what happened was is in the game you can take out loans called bonds. There's 3 of them, right?
Okay.
When your city goes bankrupt, so if you have a negative per hour income,
Mm-hmm.
and that includes with trade and everything. So if you're losing money and you're at $0 and you're about to lose more money, you can't go negative. It'll say you have 4 or 5 options. It'll say like start a new city, which means you just abandon the city, start a new city, take out a bond, raise taxes or something else. So if you raise taxes and your money eventually goes up, then it's fine. And then it'll eventually just stay at 0 and then eventually make more money, obviously. But the problem is we have a person on our server where he has 3 bonds taken out. His taxes are maxed at 20%. He can't get out of debt because he was trying to like rush start a city. Basically, the only option is to abandon the city, and you can't delete a city. So that city's dead now. So we just used one of our regions for nothing. It's just dead. It just sits there now. Doesn't do anything. But if I go, but I can send him money. I send him money, but the problem is when the game's in this, when it shows this thing, the game pauses. We can't even revive him with our funds. Where's the multiplayer in that?
Max's vision, right?
This fits perfectly in Max's vision.
It really annoys me. Why can't they let your city go into debt?
Why don't they just get a microtransaction if you want
Most
to revive
cities are
the
into
city?
debt
Pay
anyways.
$1.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So I don't understand why it's like, oh, we went negative. Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Locks you out.
Man,
You
I'm
know?
telling you, just make it $1. Make it a real world dollar. Make it a microtransaction.
Or even let you go into the negative. I don't care. Then you have to work your way out of that. you
Well,
know?
they should make it go in the negative and then just be like, this has to be taken over by another mayor, and then like,
yeah, you lose. That would be interesting.
You lose your city, and
lose
then,
your
like-
city to somebody else. Somebody else has to come in and try to revive it. And if they do it, they get to keep it.
But we can't even claim it though.
Well-
The game's broken. We can't claim his city.
Well, actually, this is something interesting we were experimenting with yesterday. What happened was I sent him $10,000 and he didn't get it, right?
Yeah.
But if he's not playing the city and I or even if he is and I go and visit the city is still living if I'm watching it. So what happened was it showed the bank account go up by 10,000. So I said go back into the city because he wasn't playing at the time.
Yeah.
He was still deadlocked. So I said okay, I'm gonna send. And then when I exited and came back to visit, the 10,000 was gone. So I said okay, try this. Don't play the city. Play your other one, right? I'll send you 10,000. I'll sit in your city visiting till the 10,000 shows up. Abandon it. Don't play it because that's on the main menu. Abandon it. I'll take it over. See if it has 10 grand. Nope.
Yeah. It's
So you lose your money
Yeah, I still lose my money, of course.
and it just goes nowhere.
It goes nowhere. Yep.
Holy shit!
We also lost millions of dollars.
Yeah, EA probably did some code to make that into real money and deposit into some Swiss bank.
Hey man, remember the Great Works, Ryan? We donated hundreds of millions of dollars to import the stuff for it. We kept shipping it, but since the Great Works don't sync properly with all the things, I gave like 200,000 friggin' alloys, and we only needed like 1,000. I could have made like $250,000 an hour on that for all that time.
yeah.
but
Because
nope.
one of my cities is named Corellia, and in that city I finally got the space station to work.
Yep.
Or the launch station.
You got a space station?
Not
Yeah,
a
we
space
do.
station. It's a launching pad.
The Space Center.
I moved over,
Space station on Earth.
I moved over to my other city, Dantooine. I was playing that for a bit, and then that one finally had the Great Works site complete.
Is that where the rebel base is?
Yeah.
all
Can't say.
my stuff's after Oblivion. I have Shaden Hall, Coral, and Anvil.
And then Connor has Winterfell. So
Yeah,
we have
Connor's
all
doing Lord of the
sorts
Rings.
stuff.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Yeah.
no,
What?
that's
Connor's doing Lord of the... Okay, we have 4 people on our server.
wait.
One guy,
Winterfell is not Lord of the
It's
Rings.
not Lord of the Rings, man.
That's what he told me it was.
Then he doesn't even know
I don't know. I don't...
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game
Yeah.
of Thrones. Oh, maybe he probably just made that up. Or probably just made a mistake because he watches that, so...
Dibs on Pallet Town.
Yeah, Marty, you should get it actually.
Yeah.
When the Mac version comes out, I'm switching to the Mac version.
Can you transfer your save over?
No.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
through
access-
Origin.
Well, just pay $5 probably. I don't know.
No.
I'm just spewing BS, but... Oh, well.
And hopefully my Origin once it comes out for Mac, hopefully I'll be able to download it without rebuying it.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. If you have to rebuy it, it's under a different key, it's on a different user, but I don't think your save is going to go over.
Yeah,
Unless-
it's
Isn't it
me.
saved
It's
on
my
the
account.
Isn't it saved
Yeah.
on the server?
It's
though?
saved on the server, but the thing is, if
EA
he
server.
yeah, if he's saying he has to rebuy the game, right? I realize it's under your name, right? But is the save under your name and the serial number?
I doubt it.
So you're saying the save is not only locked to the server, it is locked to the user
Yes,
and locked to the
serial number.
serial number.
I don't know
in
if
which
that's
is
true,
used
though.
server.
I'm just
I
saying.
can't imagine that being true.
What
Well,
else?
we-
The IP address, the MAC address, and DNS servers as well.
I also can't imagine our city being locked, but it happened.
That's a good point.
Are
Yeah.
we gonna talk about this one? Did you put that in there?
What was that?
Somebody found a way to make SimCity playable offline.
Yeah, that was through a that was hacking though, right?
Yeah.
He
Yes.
actually coded it and
Yeah.
modded it.
Yep, but it works.
So-
Completely works.
Yeah, Matt, do you know how he did that?
How I understand it, I forget. There were 2 articles I read, depending on which one this is referring to. There's one where somebody said they're running a little virtual server on their computer, so it's like the game thinks it's online. And then there's one where he removes a bunch of code.
2 lines.
Okay,
Right.
2 lines. And
K no repeat network alert seconds 15 and K net down force quit after minutes 20.
now that.
Apparently remove those 2 lines of code. You can play
2 lines
offline.
of code, and you can play
Use it, play offline.
But the thing is, here's the
no.
catch though. Some features don't work because they're obviously online,
That makes sense.
and and he can edit the region. Like we can't edit the region. We can only edit our little like city thing. He can edit the region, and then when he goes back to the EA servers, they don't check if your region's been modified, and they just allow it apparently.
So when you mean edit region, you can
Like-
make a place bigger.
Well, no. What happens is like there's the whole region, which you should call country, but the whole region, right? Ours has 16 potential city spots in it. There are 4 blobs of 4 cities, right? 4 times 4, 16.
Okay.
Each group is connected by a road, but the groups like one group of 4 and the other group of 4 is not connected by road. They might be connected by rail. Maybe they're not connected by anything, and we need like ferries or something like that.
Planes.
Yeah, planes, for example, too.
Spaceships.
But the problem is in the other Sim
You're gonna
cities,
take a
I could make
spaceship.
my own infrastructure.
Zeppelins.
No Zeppelins. Anyway,
Amazing.
but now you could-
Enterprises.
with this hack, you could make your own infrastructure, so you can make it because the roads are the best way to get people there. Obviously.
Tauntauns.
You should get a bunch of tauntauns running across your region. That'd be amazing.
It's too cold outside. Tauntaun freeze.
All right.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
So yeah, with the whole launch of SimCity, it was really bad. You could barely play the game. It was a broken game. You purchased a broken game when you a few days after the launch.
But is this still a good game? Like, it's assuming it was a perfect launch, no problem.
Yes.
Would you guys recommend it?
Well, no, because there's still problems with it.
No. Let's just say.
Let's say everything worked.
Yeah, let's just say everything worked.
Amazing game.
Okay.
I don't
Yes.
say it's amazing because of the city size. I think it's really good though.
I heard it. Yeah. So everything.
But
was
again,
before
let's
is
put
really
the city
small.
size in with the glitches, because
That's not a glitch though.
it's a technical look over. It's an oversight.
No,
the
they
design
Well,
flaw.
remember,
It's a
remember
design flaw.
when we did our before, they said that EA had already revealed that they had larger cities, but they're going to release it later because it won't run on Dad's computer. AKA, please pay $10.
Yeah, I wonder how much that's gonna cost.
But why can't they just put it on the game? Like, you may experience bad performance if you have a low end PC.
They also don't even know how to count ages. It says E for everyone 10 plus, then right beside it says you must be 13. If you look around the case, they don't know how to.
Well, I
they
guess
don't
one would be ESRB, and then one would be EA's own.
even still though,
Why would they be
Hilarious.
different though?
Because ESRB has its own system
Yeah.
of rating.
but isn't teen 13 plus? Why didn't they should have should have had the rate of teen then?
Yeah, but like the word teen doesn't that just because it has the name the teen in it, like legally they may not see that as a teen.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. Everybody has their own rules.
One thing I'm still hoping for in the future is a SimCity, The Sims crossover.
I can see that happening,
That'd
but
be
if,
amazing, wouldn't it?
if it's always online, I'm not buying
You can
it.
build a city, and then you can actually take control of a sim, and then play The Sims in SimCity. That would be fantastic.
That would be some sort of supercomputer.
Yeah, you would need a
Maybe.
really powerful machine. Yeah,
And all 900 DLC packs.
yeah exactly.
I've seen you guys do terrible things to your city too. You don't treat the people too well.
What do you mean?
You're just blasting their houses out of the way to make bigger roads.
Do you have to?
Oh man, my
physically
people
have
go
to.
home.
Those are Sims living in those
Yeah.
houses.
Yep.
Think
They're also dumb
of the
Sims.
virtual women and virtual children.
I'll tell you about The Sims. They don't have the same house.
Yep.
And they don't have the same job.
Yep.
They'll go wherever the hell they can fit.
Yeah, they just wander around aimlessly. So one day one factory will be like need workers. The next day those Sims just so happen to wander into that factory, but didn't wander into the next one. So now that one doesn't have any people to work with it.
So your people are stupid?
They just wander. They wander. They go into cars. They try to find any house they can. Like if they're a rich Sim, they go to any rich house that's available.
I do believe they were looking at an update for that.
Yeah,
It would fix so many problems.
You know how many I think that's going to add a lot of CPU intensive crap because if they want to keep every sim independent, that's going to be a friggin' every single one knows where to go, every single one works.
I feel like in the old SimCities you could see them a lot better too.
In the old SimCities, it would only show volume though. So for example, you would see a highway and you'd see cars driving, and then in the middle of the highway they'd just disappear because it was only supposed to show that volume was there. It wasn't
Yeah,
actually supposed to show
yeah.
that car.
Anyway, EA is apologizing for their terrible launch, and by apologizing, they are giving away some free games, which me and Matt have gracefully accepted.
Yep.
And I just want to list off the name of the games they've given out. Battlefield 3. It's a pretty old game, actually.
That's a pretty good choice though. That's pretty big.
If you haven't played it, yeah, definitely, yep. Bejeweled 3, which is kind of
That's
don't
so
please don't
stupid.
download that one, people.
Was that like a 99-cent game?
Download Bejeweled 2 for your iPhone. You're all good.
Don't even play Bejeweled. It's stupid.
No, it's a good game. I like it. Dead Space 3, which is actually pretty cool that they're giving away
pretty
Dead Space
recent,
3.
yeah.
And that's the
Must
one that me
be,
and Matt chose.
Yep.
Must
Because
be because of the lackluster sales, so they're trying to banking people doing microtransactions.
Have they had bad sales?
It wasn't enough to before the game released they said 5 million sales or we're not doing a Dead Space 4. Hasn't reached that. It's like 3.97.
Maybe because they said that, people are just like, no, screw you, EA.
Yeah.
And that'd be
so
sad.
as of now, there's not gonna be a Dead Space 4.
Mass Effect 3, which I believe is currently $10 on Origin.
It's still free. Whatever. It's one of their big titles.
Medal of Honor Warfighter, which they took out of rotation.
That's fantastic. That game is
So
fantastic.
they're giving that free to you. Don't
Purchase
download that one.
Purchase it now.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Nah.
I was gonna choose that one, but I watched a review, and I got scared.
Plants vs Zombies. It's in the same category as Bejeweled
Yeah,
3.
it's like you can get that for if you wait for the timing, 99 cents on your iPhone.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll give them props for is they didn't choose all games like that. They could have done that.
That's definitely true. Yeah. And SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition.
Now that is the sexiest thing.
But
on
I found that weird. It was like, here, we want you to play SimCity, but here's an old working SimCity.
Yep.
That you'll probably play instead of our new one.
The funny thing is too is I play that on version 1. Like I've never updated it. That's why I play it vanilla, straight up off the disc,
Offline.
offline.
That's
and by
the way
myself.
to do it.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Some more EA news. The CEO has resigned. What do you guys think about that?
That's fantastic.
Doesn't affect my life.
Probably makes it better. Whoever they hire next.
Well,
And they're looking at internal people and external people, so they're open to anyone.
Well, the interim guy right now was the prior CEO who stepped down as well.
Man.
Get George Lucas. What's he doing?
Oh, yeah. He's free. He's
free, yeah.
He's swimming in a pool of cash from Disney.
He donated half of it to education.
That's stupid.
Matt.
I don't believe in donations.
Huh?
I don't believe in donations.
I don't believe in it.
Wait. What?
I don't believe in donations.
Did you not just accept a free game
Yeah.
from a company?
That was because they screwed me over. That's not a donation. That's
an apology.
demanded. That's an apology. Okay, no, okay. Hold the phone here. I don't.
What about those little plastic boxes at Tim?
I believe in donating physical things. I don't believe in I realize education.
labor?
Like if he built a school, I would believe in that. I believe in actually immediately doing something right away. Like donating food is fine. I don't believe in here's the school board,
if he
here's some money,
physically went
and built a school.
For
with
ants.
a piece of wood. And
No.
a hammer.
Like if he went and
Invested
hired
money into
if he went and
building
hired
one.
Mike Holmes to make a school, like for example.
I'd watch that show.
So did I. Holmes
No,
on
he has
Holmes?
too many shows. Mike Holmes has too many shows.
Yeah, but he has an amazing voice. I can listen to that guy talk all day.
And he doesn't have one with the George Lucas.
Apparently, he's Canada's second most trusted man.
Yep.
I don't know who the first one is.
No, it's the.
I don't think I
Gretzky.
could trust a person considered the most trustworthy person in
Yeah.
Canada.
But he is building low-income homes.
See,
George
like
Lucas.
that kind of thing, I'm cool with. Like if you're paying a contractor or something like that, but just giving money to a Ministry of Education, I don't think you should do that. That's my opinion.
Right,
Would
is that
you would donate to old close to a charity organization?
Yes, I find that to be a proper donation.
Is that because you don't believe the money is going to go to where you want it to go?
Yes.
There
That's
are a
exactly-
lot of shady,
That's fair enough
organizations
because
out
I won't donate to the church.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I don't. That's going to some priest's home to put in new windows or
there. I buy
something.
candy bars from a lot of little kids.
Marty.
Oh my God.
Okay, so going back to the EA guy.
Not worth it. Terrible candy for a ridiculous price.
Yeah, and you said their stock dropped right
The
after this,
stock
right, Matt?
tanked that day.
Yeah, they had, and they're up for nomination for worst company in America again, which I do think they will
was that
win.
last year they got it?
Yeah.
I think that this is the fall of EA.
Nope.
No.
No.
No,
here's the
because people
problem.
were buying their shit constantly.
They make good stuff. It's just their
Yeah.
service is bad.
But think about it though, with what Adriano was saying, the sales didn't reach that mark. They're making lots of money right now, but they are starting to fall.
Okay, $5 million is a
Yeah,
huge amount to sell for
yeah,
video
but
games.
they're not gonna like they're an evil company, sure, but they're not stupid. They're gonna have a new intellectual property there to sustain its demand.
But the thing is,
Dead Space and Visceral Games maybe goes out of the spotlight. They're gonna have another company with something else that they can use as their flagship series.
but the
for
thing
the next
is, their
generation.
overhead from having all these titles right now, like all these titles right now, okay, say they're running at 100% efficiency. then they start running at 80, then 70, 50. That's still a lot of money, but the overhead they had to make them all run at 100 is still there. So they're going to have to start downsizing at that point. Then people are going to start freaking out. The stock's going to drop because they're going to be like, holy crap, EA is laying people off, right? You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, but that doesn't do in a company when people
I understand that
companies lay people off all the time.
yeah, they'll
Those companies are
downsize,
still
go back
around.
up,
Yeah,
downsize, go back up.
they're
What I'm
still
saying
around.
is, I hope they stop.
it's not the end of EA.
I want
EA's gonna be
Sega to buy EA.
It's going to be around for a long time.
Sega needs to buy them.
Also, they don't have any new IPs though, do they? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Do you think we'll see any at E3 this year?
Maybe. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they're hanging on to them for when they have to.
Well, because we know Mass Effect 4 is coming out. You know, SimCity 5 is basically SimCity 5. I think they call it a reboot, but it's SimCity
Yeah, it's a
5, right?
reboot.
Why? What's the reboot?
I know it's a it's a building game. It's not much.
It's because it's online now. No, it's because they fucked up royally on. They went like all this like SimCity 1, 2, 3, 4, obviously. Then they made SimCity Societies, which I played the tutorial and it was like build these houses, okay. Then it was like your people need a place to work. So instead of me making an industrial sector, I actually built the houses instead of zoning. And then I built a haunted barn where my people worked. And then it was like, this. Remember, this is a creativity city.
I think you should be given the award for the worst company in America.
Well, no, this the tutorial was telling me this. It was like, remember, this is a creativity based
do that.
city. It's stupid.
And that's the first thing.
Or did you just find a graveyard and build on top of it?
Apparently.
You people need workers. Here's a haunted barn.
I made you don't make money or simoleons in that game. Stupid.
But back to the reboot thing. It's like rebooting Farming Simulator. You know, it's not a reboot. It's just
Well, you could reboot it just for Joe.
Oh yeah, just for the one guy who plays Farming Simulator. The cover of that is awesome. Little tractor in there and stuff.
He plays it for hours.
Let's move on to some more publisher news. Remember Me? I forget where it was first announced. I think it was Gamescom.
What is it?
Remember Me?
I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember that.
I do.
It stars a female character, which there aren't a lot of games that do that. The only one I can think of right now is Tomb Raider. That actually has a female lead.
AC Vita.
Metroid.
Oh, the Vita Assassin's Creed.
That doesn't count.
Metroid.
That game's terrible. Fuck.
But yeah, the publisher publishing Remember Me has had trouble finding, I guess, like financial backers for it because they're saying that female leads don't sell. I just want to get your
What
guys'
about Heavy
kind of
Rain?
opinion on this.
Wasn't Heavy Rain had? Didn't
Heavy Rain had 4 characters you could play as, one being female.
But she was on the cover and everything. Like she was kind of like the main person.
She was the mascot for the demo.
There you go.
Like she was the prominent character. They rehashed her between the two demos. Like she wasn't the exact same character, but same outline, same voice, but she changed a little bit. I really wish Ellie was here. She'd probably give some.
We need
feedback.
some opposite gender feedback on this one.
Everything we say here could probably be argued.
But I'm all for female leads. I don't care who I play as in the game, and as long as the character's good, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Did they give an opinion about that at all, or did they just state that it doesn't sell?
It says this, quote, "We had some that said, subquote, well, we don't want to publish it because that's not going to succeed. You can't have a female character in games. It has to be a male character. Simple as that."
I think it's because it's male-dominated market.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like a lot of
it's ridiculous to say that they don't sell. You know?
Not really, because like there's a couple of people like Zach and Joe, for example, that don't play games with female characters most of the time because they say that it looks like it makes them feel like they're being creepy playing a chick. That's what they told me.
They feel creepy playing.
Yeah, like in an RPG, they say if you're a guy and you play a girl, you're just a stalker loser. Apparently, that's what they said.
See, no, that's the wrong way of thinking. You know.
Now this was years ago. They said this, of course.
Yeah.
Like I think this was actually high school, but I mean,
I love this quote. You can't make a dude like the player kiss another dude in the game. That's just going to feel awkward. Literally, that was the.
It's an awkward thing to say.
Can you say that again? I didn't quite understand that.
Morris added, "We had people tell us, you can't make a dude like the player kiss another dude in the game. That's going to feel awkward. End quote.
Oh, I see what they're
So
saying.
if you're a male character, and
No.
they can't make you kiss a male character.
They're saying if you're a female, you won't be kissing women. You'll be kissing other dudes.
Oh, and that's gonna feel awkward.
That would be okay. I'm out
No,
now.
that doesn't. No, I don't care. It's
I
like
don't care.
you watch a movie, you see a female lead kiss a male.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
I don't care about
Just because
that.
you're playing as the person. I mean,
When I do FemShep run through of Mass Effect, I intend on pursuing the relationship with Caden. I want to see how that plays out.
although Caden came on to me and that was male shepherd.
Yeah, that's what.
No matter
that's
what you do, he comes on to you.
That's what my my buddy said. His Caden was just stalking him the entire 3 games. Like he couldn't get rid of him.
It's pretty funny.
Portal, 2 female leads.
Holy crap! Yeah,
Yeah.
and those are awesome games.
One talks and the other does not, but that's okay. Just saying, female lead doesn't say anything.
Yeah, is it actually like different then? Because you don't actually see her, and you get a good shot in the portal or something.
Yeah, you don't.
Mm.
See her.
Do you think that makes a difference, other than like if you're playing like a third-person female game?
Metroid,
There you go. That's
Yeah.
another one.
Yep.
one of my favorites.
See, in Metroid, in the original Metroid game, they didn't even
Most people didn't even know she was
they
female.
didn't even know until after the credits or at the end of the game. They even
Oh.
they even purposely in the original manual put his and he just to throw him off.
I didn't know when I was little.
That's
when I
funny.
was playing those games.
That's amazing.
But, there's successful, and I use the word successful loosely. That has female.
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
I don't think Wet sold too good, but
Yeah.
That's because I was freaking
Mirror's
horrible.
Edge.
Mirror's Edge.
Mi-
Marty
oh,
loves
Mirror's
that.
Edge was
love
huge.
Mirror's
Yeah.
Edge.
I'm going to say hesitantly, Lollipop Chainsaw.
That's fantastic.
That's a bit.
That's why I said hesitantly.
Yeah, that kind of plays on stereotyping and
And that's
al-
fine by
close.
me.
I would call it sexism almost.
Yeah, it plays on stereotyping, but it plays on a lot of different stereotypes, doesn't it? Like, doesn't it poke fun at like
That's,
what?
I guess. Yeah, it's kind of like Borat.
What else
You
you
make
have
fun of
over
the
there?
stereotype, not the actual.
Did anybody feel weird playing as Catwoman in Batman Arkham City?
That was the best
No,
part of
yeah,
Arkham.
that's awesome.
Not exactly lead, but Borderlands features female characters.
Mm-hmm.
As you can play as, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, me and Marty in Matt's game we're both female
We're
characters.
both female.
I actually embrace female characters, and I think more should be in lead games. I want to see a military shooter with a female lead.
I don't think that's gonna
That I think is going to be a
That's-
long
I
Oh,
want to see that
yeah.
because
time.
females can do combat roles now in the U.S. So.
What else do you have over there that's female lead? Anything over there?
It's kind of hard with like Saints Row was there, where you can create a female character if you want.
There's that one. I don't know how big it was. It was like in the '90s though. Blood Rain, that Blood and Vampire game.
Yes, and they made terrible movies about them.
Yeah, the movies were bad. I'll admit that one.
Yeah, but mostly male-oriented, male-focused games.
Well,
But I think putting more females in lead roles can actually help
I'll
cool.
help the
I'll
male
admit-
gamer be more open to
Yeah.
and treat women nicer.
I'll admit, if I have a choice between a guy and a girl, most of the time I'll pick the guy. Like, there are obviously exceptions with my second playthrough with Mass Effect, but if they give me a female character, I'm not going to, like, not play Tomb Raider, not play
Yeah.
something because it's a female. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
In SOTOR, my next character is going to be a female.
That-
Probably Twi'lek.
Yeah, if they have good characteristics and it's a good plot, I don't care. Story's a story.
It's all about the story.
I think the presence has increased since PS2 because I was actually thinking about my PS2 collection. I don't think I have a single one where there's a female lead.
You didn't get any of the Tomb Raider games or anything?
I don't have a Tomb. I realize there's Tomb Raider. I don't have any myself, but I mean, like we mentioned a lot more examples here than just Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
My let's see, my PS2 collection. Devil May Cry 2. You can play as the second disc as the girl, even though it's a terrible game.
There is actually one game where they tried voice control only. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was a female lead. That was experimental though. It was production though, but it was really bad.
You can play the Onimusha games as I think all the games are like 3 of them. There's sections where you play as girls. They take you away from the guy and you can play as a girl.
That's true, but that's not like would that be considered lead though still? Or I'm not sure.
No, Dawn of Dreams, yeah, because it's you have the choice to play between like 5 playable characters.
Right.
2 of them are female,
Oh, okay.
so you get to
I actually noticed that a lot of the characters I choose in fighting games are female.
Yeah.
Same here, actually.
Sonya Blade, Cammy in Street Fighter.
And not because I like seeing women like fight. Just I prefer their
They're good
characters.
characters.
Yeah. Let's move on. Steam's always doing stuff. Seems like.
That they
What-
are.
Seems good, man. I like
That
it.
they are.
So they have this new early access thing they're introducing, which allows This new system allows users to purchase select unfinished games and immediately begin playing them while still in development. So that sounds pretty crazy. I'm not sure how.
That's pretty cool.
It's almost like a beta, I guess.
That's-
It's
Yeah,
more,
it
it's
would be
more,
a beta.
more or less an open beta, right?
Because, like, say for example, like they're in the midst of like making like level 10, and you get to level 9, and you're like, this is like, the story isn't going fast enough. They could then speed up the story. You know what I mean, or something
Yeah.
like that. They could fix it.
It's a really cool idea, though. I dig it.
Yeah, but this better be executed technically flawed. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's, like
Yeah.
it's good. I can see it fucking up.
But then again, yeah, that's the whole point. It is in dev, so they'll probably have a disclaimer: this is not finished.
No, but like I don't see when I see early access, like I don't picture them giving. I should probably read the article in its entirety, but I don't picture them giving, like chapter 1, incomplete. I picture them completing chapter 1, like to its almost perfection, and then releasing it, and then you can play chapter 1. And then as they develop and clean up chapter 2, they release that. Because I wouldn't want chapter 1 if it's not technically flawless.
Now, are we paying for this? I forgot if you said that.
I think it's like an extra $10.
yeah, something like that.
Valve announced today a new early access system that allows users to purchase selected unfinished games and immediately begin playing while the development continues.
I think this could actually go bad. Like,
This might go
It
bad.
needs to.
like if you play it, it could possibly hurt your perception of what the game's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it could.
Well, that's the same with the beta. I mean,
Yeah.
you choose to go into the open beta or not, you know?
It. If there was one company where I would trust executing this, I'd give it to Valve.
The
Like,
thing is,
if they said EA, I'm like, who? Get that shit away from them. But there are 12 titles available that they're gonna start doing it.
but okay, this is the question though. So you're paying your money for the game, right? So you start playing it. Then kind of like what Marty said, where it skews your vision of it. Maybe you realize it's a dev version, but maybe you don't want to go back and beat them when they're completely done because the story will probably be the same. Do you know what I mean? Games are so story driven now. If I've already beaten the story, why would I go back just because level 3 is gonna have better looking grass? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
They could offer an option to skip content you've previously played, though.
yeah, because in like open betas, it's usually like a random section or like a bunch of like the middle of levels, and it jumps around like choppy, but they just do it to test.
Or it's like the gameplay demo you see at like E3
Yeah.
or something.
or the multiplayer, which
Yeah.
is no shock. Like, I don't know.
It's an interesting idea.
All right, up next we have Tomb Raider. We were previously talking about that. Microtransactions more have been revealed for Tomb Raider.
More?
Is it
More.
an EA game?
Previously they had you could pay $1 to boost your agility, so you could climb like rock walls faster. And now they have you can spend again $1 to purchase accuracy, boosting headshot reticle for single player campaign.
Oh, this is so stupid.
Now,
Wait,
can
wait,
I?
I
Can
mean-
I?
This is
Sorry. Accuracy increase for headshots?
Yeah.
Can I increase myself to be at that level, or is this like I'm at the next level and this will put me over
Yeah,
the
like
edge?
paying to raise the level cap.
Like okay, okay. Say,
What?
say for example, by playing the game, right, I can get 100% accuracy, right?
Okay.
But say and that's I like play level 1 to 10, and at level 10 I finally get enough experience to get 100% accuracy.
Okay.
Will paying $1 or $10, whatever it is, get me 100% accuracy, or will it give me like 110 and I can't get
Well,
110?
there is no percentage on accuracy in the game. It's,
Yeah.
it's like you increase your accuracy of your bow
right.
by adding like different like it's now
Probably
like
doesn't.
a compact bow. It has like the weight on it to balance out stuff like that.
Yeah. But
So I'm not sure if it unlocks those and just gives you those without having to scavenge for parts and then build to upgrade it.
right.
I'm not sure if it just automatically unlocks those for you, or like it adds an extra thing on top of that.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, does
Yeah.
it push you over the top?
Yeah,
how much does that cost?
$1. 99
Or
cents.
if you're at 100, let's say it was percentage, and when they release it, they like scale it, so now it knocks you down to like 97.
Oh, and then you go up the
you have to
100%?
go up again.
That'd be awful. That'd be really bad.
And they have more coming.
I'd imagine so. But no campaign DLC,
Yeah.
This is a slippery slope.
which is ridiculous because the multiplayer is garbage. I love me some Tomb Raider, but the multiplayer was garbage. Although I was killing it, that was awesome. That was awesome, but I wasn't having fun.
Top of the leaderboard.
all 6 people.
Yeah. I'm just glad that the microtransactions are not. They're not like
Important stuff.
yeah. It's not like pay to unlock this secret mission or something. It's more just if you want more accuracy, you have the option to pay for it.
Like Halo, who is double X. Oh, Gears of War is double XP weekend.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but like when there's like campaigns to get double XP,
Yeah.
like with Halo and Mountain Dew.
Oh,
the more,
okay.
the more,
yeah.
you, the more you drink,
Yeah,
or Doritos.
Okay.
Yeah.
The more you drink, the more XP you gain.
So stupid.
The PS4 was announced. When was that?
Like a month ago.
February 20th.
Have we seen
Oh,
the
that's
box
right,
yet?
right? February 20th. We've not seen the box. I'm suspecting E3, but I think we're all happy with the PS4 so far from what we know of it, right?
Yeah.
Generally?
It's not scary looking.
Yeah.
Despite the rumors that were coming out beforehand.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have a story on that more later. But Ken Levine, creator of BioShock, and now working on BioShock Infinite, which is done, coming out soon.
Look
is that
for our
this Tuesday?
unboxing video.
Oh, unboxing video.
video.
So we'll also have Marty's app video up, and Adriano's unboxing.
Okay, let's. Are we doing it? Do you want to do it at my place or here?
Let's try your place.
Okay.
If you have a good setup there.
I think I had it visually laid on my head. Hopefully it executes well.
Okay.
I'll utilize the TV in the background.
How did you visualize it last time? Because it went awesome.
You can still check out our old Tomb Raider unboxing
Yeah.
on our YouTube.
It definitely turned out better in post than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarily
Yeah,
better.
We were like, this isn't going to work, and then we. put
We
it
do
in
have an
Final Cut, and
award-winning editor.
No.
No.
But yeah, Ken Levine has praised the PlayStation 4.
Or Kevin.
Ken, is it?
I've been calling him Kevin all these years.
Crab apple.
The Simpsons moment there.
Yeah.
But this is a quote from him. I have to sit back and think about the next generation. Obviously, more memory, more power is always good. A good thing. I love the fact that Sony's architecture is now much more aligned with the architecture of the PCs. So he's apparently happy with the easier to code for architecture. So we might see some more support from his studio.
That's good because it seems like devs are pretty lazy when it comes to coding for the PS3 right now.
You mean Bethesda is really lazy?
Bethesda. Yeah.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they tried. I'm
No,
sure
I
they
doubt it.
tried and tried and tried and.
Well, no,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
here's the
they
problem.
tried.
All these other developers could code for the PS3. Bethesda, who makes some of the best games out there, have the worst PS3 games ever.
Well, there was that one. Like it was a rumor, so like don't hold me to it or anything. But apparently there was like a rumor that a memo was leaked stating that Bethesda wouldn't support the PS like for Fallout 3. I think it wouldn't support the PS3 in its entirety, and that it wasn't planned to be supported fully.
See, this is the same problem with the whole SimCity thing. You purchased a broken game, a broken product.
Yep.
That's not right.
Yeah, it's because with the release of the internet and patching, it's now legal to sell an incomplete product.
I'm fine with that. Well, not fine, but I understand that. But this fundamentally did not work. My character froze when I touched water.
Yeah, but it's considered incomplete and can be updated, so it's legal. That's the problem with
That
that
is
law.
bullshit.
Because my one friend was telling me, he said that the instant the internet became very popular and patchings started to come out, it became legal to sell an incomplete product. Because PS2, you would reach some glitches, but like 90% of them, or even more, weren't game breaking.
It was at the point where they when the game went out, they couldn't fix it.
Yep.
Like it had to be
Done.
good on the disc, so they refined it and refined it and refined it and refined it, and now it's just it's coming out, but we have so many patches that are available to us to release, so we'll use those. We'll shoehorn in the fixes later.
Yep.
But like my problem is, like I said, like you can have games like Red Dead Redemption, which is a huge open world.
Oh, it is a beautiful game.
Far Cry has a huge open world. No problems there. They run fine on PS3.
Yep.
And then Bethesda comes along with a huge open world, and it's like, oh, broken.
Yep. But then again, they got their money. You paid for it, didn't you? So what do they care now?
Yeah, you don't matter.
I'm looking forward to see what Irrational Games can do. It's Irrational Games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What Irrational Games can do for
Next gen.
Because BioShock Infinite looks amazingly beautiful.
Like graphic wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the lighting and
The lighting, yeah. Looks
I think
really
they're
good.
gonna screw it up.
Yeah.
I think they'll bring it.
But then again, it's at the tail end of the system, so they really know how to squeeze every bit of power out.
Make it shine.
Don't you think it's gonna? Don't think it's one of these games, like every single game like that's come out lately that's been really hyped has been like, oh, like you kind of.
I know,
That's
and
kinda true, actually.
and I will be heartbroken
Infinite.
if this game isn't exceptional.
Because like it might have like that really cool like
Yeah.
sniper moment they show in the trailer, and then after that it's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
But like all the gameplay footage, they've released a lot of gameplay footage. There's like three
looks-
different
it
major
looks-
videos at least 10 minutes each.
It looks bitchin'.
True
Yeah.
no.
There's also a few reviews going up right now. IGN has an exclusive one.
Yeah, IGN has a review out already.
They gave it a high rating. So
9.3.
Yeah.
yeah, something like that, Marty.
Good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that's good.
And what's weird, I think it was
hot.
Ken Levine who he came out during E3 and like talked about the Vita and like PlayStation Move. So he clearly likes Sony. I've always heard that Sony's been good to developers outside of the ones they own, and so I guess he really wants them to do well. So
Well, I'm leaning more towards the PS4 right now, mainly
Yeah.
because I haven't seen what the 720 whatever it's.
I've heard a lot of
called.
Xbox people saying that Microsoft actually does have to bring it if they want to
Yeah.
compete with Sony.
Microsoft's in trouble.
No, they're not in trouble.
Oh, okay,
You
they're
don't- you
not
don't-
in trouble. If they fuck up their conference, they're in trouble. I think.
They're gonna fuck up their conference. It's Microsoft. They fuck up every conference they have.
Well, I
There's a
think,
fuck up in every major conference.
I
And
want.
it's E3.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I think
sloppy.
my console should have
They're
more
gonna-
advertisements.
They're gonna have a Connect section. They're gonna have a Kids section. They're gonna have a Connect Kids section. Skittles. Yeah, like it's gonna happen.
That Sesame Street Connect game made me feel very old.
People are wondering, oh, Sony's doing this, doing that, doing that. You don't think Microsoft has the exact same setup, exact same format rolling out with their stuff? They don't need to wait for the PlayStation 4 to say they're doing that, and then they're saying, oh yeah, guys, we should be doing that. They're obviously thinking of it.
They're probably both in the same
Yeah.
period in their development
Yeah.
process.
They have the same group of people where they can come up with the same idea separately. They don't need to look at each other to copy it.
But then again, as we all know, the massive hardware failures of the 360 for the first few years.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think we covered it actually in the Shoulder Button Boys, where remember that type of processor that was rumored to be for the 360
The one that
had
like every fourth one broke or something like that.
had like a 90% failure rate, like they made them in the factory, take them out, test. Broken, garbage. Broken. This one works. Broken. Broken. This one works. So you put in the console, it's like, lol, there's $300. $300. Like, come on.
I'm not sure if I believe that because that would be a huge waste of money.
No, but
Huge waste of
silicon
money.
is so cheap, you just break it back down.
But still, they want to save every penny they can. These companies, so they're not going to waste. all
Especially
that.
at launch because they're already losing money.
But they could. But then again, that could be the cheapest route. How much more like R&D are you going to put into to making a processor that comes out 90% of the time right, or you can pump out 1,700 of them and have 100 that work, and then just throw those in the garbage, and then another batch comes out in
Sounds
equally
awesome.
as fast a time. No R&D.
I'm all
There
for
is
R&D.
okay. I have to admit there's a certain business logic to that.
Yeah,
It's easier to deal with that than
because they're easy to make.
Fun fact: do you know why computer chips are green?
Silicon.
They paint it.
They actually paint them.
They paint it green.
why.
They just became a color they chose.
It looks cool.
They can choose. They can choose any color they want. Because in my computer, I have blue RAM chips.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
I've seen blue.
So
My
I've seen blue
motherboard's
stuff.
black and red.
Yeah, they paint it. It's just,
Well, what is it if you don't paint it?
I think it's clear, isn't it? I think it's clear. I don't know.
Oh,
I really don't know.
messed.
Actually,
that
I
would be
think.
cool.
Are you sure
Holy
it's not
crap.
actually? Is it not like a tint green, like a little bit green when it
I
comes?
watched that and how they make
You
computer
sure
chips.
that
and
green
it was-
paint's not
They
doing
just
nothing?
take the green and just.
Oh, they actually like. Okay, never mind. I thought it was default green, and then they. Okay, never mind.
Speaking of green, I was reading up after I watched Oz, The Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
Adriano doesn't recommend this movie, by the way, unless you're like a hardcore Oz fan. But go ahead.
right here.
Because the Wizard of Oz was Warner Brothers.
The first one.
Yeah, the original one.
Okay.
and this new one, Sony. They're not. They were prohibited from using like certain key things.
Okay.
Obviously, like the ruby slippers.
They couldn't use those.
No.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And even the shade of the Wicked Witch, the shade of green,
Oh wow.
they had to tweak just enough
It looks off when I
For the-
I
for
see
the-
the previews.
yeah,
It
for
looks
them to
really
say.
off.
Okay, that's a go. That's a thumbs up.
DRM.
I thought you were gonna say like they couldn't use like the Emerald City or something.
No, they use the Emerald. They use the Emerald City because that they can't avoid.
Mm-hmm.
It because the beauty, the one thing I like about this is this is a perfect example of like licensing and marketing and what they is. Even though these two movies are from two different studios, it is arguable whether or not these are sequels to each other or prequel in this case, because the one movie is based off a book and the other movie is based off a book. Those books happen to be sequels, but like that is the connection which they share. So the elements to which make up the movie happen to run canonically with the other movie, but they're not from the same studio, so it's debatable whether or not they're considered sequels. It's like the Lord of the Rings trilogy if each movie was done by 3 different studios, but they just happen to be based off the books, which all line up anyways.
So could I make my own Oz movie?
In theory, you could if you find the movie rights which haven't been bought to one of the many Oz books, because
I'm
there's
just
a
gonna-
lot of Oz books. You can make an Oz movie.
So
gonna get
like,
the
like Warner
slippers.
Bros can make another one.
In fact, there's like another one from the 80s.
The Return to Oz.
Yeah, that's it.
Huh.
Yep.
You guys should do a movie podcast.
I would love it.
That'd be pretty awesome.
We always have like a little movie bit. I noticed now.
Yeah, it sneaks in there somehow. Let's move on to our final story, which kind of it morphs into a rant. So I think we're gonna mix this with the rant right now as well, just as we continue to talk about it. We'll probably rant about it anyway.
We need a rant theme song as well.
We need a theme song first, and then your segment gets a song,
Oh man,
and then a rank gets a song.
I can't wait.
Okay,
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
we don't have the rights to that,
Yeah,
man.
we might have to pay for that. That
No,
sounds
just-
expensive too.
No, just constantly use 8 seconds of it. As long as it doesn't reach a 9-second mark, we're
Is
good.
that still true? I
I
keep hearing people say, "Oh, that's not true." And people are like-
I believe it is.
Let's play it in slow motion then, so it takes up 8 seconds.
I don't know how that works now. That's
You mean super fast? So the entire song plays in 8 seconds.
No,
No.
I was taking what you sang and stretching it out.
Oh,
to 8
just that,
seconds.
just the one phrase.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the entire song.
No.
I'll ask Peter Moore next time I see him.
But could that work? Would that work?
I don't know.
I think it would change the song too much. It no longer sounds.
At that point, it doesn't even sound recognizable, so
Yeah.
we would be allowed to use it. Let's do it next week.
see if we get any phone calls or something.
Yeah.
So our final story is the Xbox Durango, which is basically the code name for it. PS4 had Orbis. A little fun fact: Orbis means circle, and Vita meant life, and so you had the circle of life. Since the PS4 and Vita will work harmoniously
On a
together.
platform. It's good
Matt,
stuff.
okay.
Matt's platform.
Good
Matt,
stuff.
Matt's platform theory, yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
I called that, man.
So we've seen some screenshots from some of the stuff running on Durango, and it's saying that it has to be, all the games have to be installed. Now we don't know what the hard drive space will be on the Xbox 720,
Fucking massive.
but they said it's going to be big enough to hold, I guess, all these installed games. What I'm gathering from this is that it's not going to install like on the PS3 does, like where it just installs basic game data to help the game run better. But I think it's actually going to install the entire game.
Sounds
right?
like Windows 8. It sounds like it might be a Windows 8 distro. Like
So
Windows.
what does that mean, Matt?
Well, basically just, like we have like the Surface Pro now. So the Surface Pro has the real version of Windows 8 on it
Yeah.
where you can actually install stuff. There's no disk drive, obviously, but you can actually install applications and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if maybe they have like a Windows 8 Xbox edition or something like that, and it just installs games like a PC would. That kind of sounds like where they're going.
And yeah, it's saying no optical disc. It won't read the game off the optical disc.
So basically, like the same deal when you and I went out and purchased SimCity, we put in the disc, it installed from the disc, but it plays from Origin without the disc.
Yeah, you don't even need the disc. You just,
Yeah.
You can even toss it out if you're really.
You know what? As long as I
Crazy.
have my disc, I really don't give a friggin' crap. And you know what? I would honestly rather have the game install if it was some sort of DRM than the console have to be online. However, is the install limited to one console? That's the good question.
Because that could go with the used
Probably.
game stuff, right?
Yep. I'm worried about this.
Because then your disc is useless. You can't trade it back in.
Yep. What if my
Well,
console
no,
breaks?
that makes perfect sense because that would completely exploit the trading in. You install it to your console. You don't need the disc. You trade it in, get money or get store credit. You know.
Well, that industry will die then, because what it might be, like, you know how like our SimCity disc is dead now.
Yeah.
Like, well, it works for us. No, it'll technically work.
Arguably.
It'll work for other people who have Origin, but like the serial number or the CD key that came with it is dead now.
Yeah.
It is only to us. That'd be kind of cool with Xbox if I could sign in on your console and download like I don't know, Air Force One or like whatever game I have.
There's a game called Air Force One.
I don't know. It just popped in my head. I don't know why.
You're gonna pick something simpler like
Harrison
Braid.
Ford.
I was watching Air Force One like a day ago, so but it doesn't matter. Okay, but it'd be kind of cool though if I could sign in on your console, put in Air Force One, put in my disc, it'll install it real quick, and we can play it.
I want the game Air Force One.
That would only work as long as, because you can do that now with the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
That would only work assuming your DRM license is assigned to your original system. You come over to his and you sign in and you download something. You bought that. That license for your license for that game is now on his system.
But I'm saying it only works on my account.
Yes, and yeah, that would work. He can play it as long as you're always signed in.
Yep.
So even if he wants to play offline, even though the game can play offline, if you happen to disconnect, same shit. He will automatically get kicked out. Or it will recognize it as a trial, because it's happened to me before, where I had the full game on there, and I was trying to look at it with my brother's account. Even though it was a full game, to him it was a trial, and it would only launch the trial portions,
Okay.
which I found really weird. And I found out that I have to transfer my licenses, get them out of cybernetic oblivion, because they're just floating around somewhere. Then I had to put them back into my system, and then everything worked.
Because on Steam, for example, there's an offline mode on Steam. But say, for example, I have two PCs, right? So I can log into my desktop PC and save my credentials. And then say I lose my internet. Because I saved the credentials and they have to be saved, it will allow me to log in. But say, for example, I have my desktop PC on and it's connected. I go on my laptop PC and I sign in there and I save my credentials there. It will delete it will stop the one on the desktop from being saved. So if my desktop loses internet connection, I can't sign into Steam offline.
Okay.
So only one can have the credentials saved locally on this PC.
Okay.
So that would be kind of cool for your console if you could force save it to your console, but I could still play my games at Ryan's, but when I leave, he doesn't have my credentials now. That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But is this not one of the things you guys like? Is this one of the reasons you wouldn't buy the next Xbox if it blocked this kind of used games idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even buy used games, but the fact that I wouldn't be allowed to do it in itself, like,
Because you like owning your property, right?
yes.
So
See, I said upstairs. I'll say again. I hope they actually kind of do, so I have an easy choice, because Sony's already acknowledged that they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I have an easy choice, and that makes me buy the PS4.
It's very true. I will do the
If
same.
they do that, I will just
do you not
automatically for
think
PS4.
that Microsoft would know that so many people buy used games? It's a huge industry. EB Games makes most of their money from used game sales.
But they're going to do what they do now. They're not saying you don't have to buy used games. You can buy used games, but you're just going to have to pay an additional fee to get that key, to get
Yep.
that install
Buy
device.
the new license for
Yeah.
it.
Same with the online pass thing.
Yeah.
The online pass work the same way.
Yeah.
But online pass is only for multiplayer
This
stuff, is it not?
this is
That's
literally
true.
going to be it. Please insert disc. You insert the disc. Oh, we see that. Please enter the 25-digit code that came with it, or if it's going to be on the disc, say, oh, this code's already been redeemed by another user. Please purchase this for 800 Microsoft points, or whatever the fuck it's going to be.
Future's scary.
I think you say that anytime we have these conversations.
See the
About,
future, my man.
but what was one of the other reasons that I think that was it, right? Just the
Constant internet connection.
constant internet connection. That's it.
Did PS4 say they're going to have one?
No,
Nope.
no. They actually confirmed no internet, no
Oh,
constant internet connection.
Thumbs up. I'm going closer to PS4.
That's good.
Again, this isn't
It's-
confirmed. Xbox may change.
It kind of makes me feel weird that all the decisions I'm like all the factors I'm basing my decision to buy which console is who's making the least stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
That is
Which used to be Sony.
yeah.
that should be eye openers for the developers.
Don't be an idiot.
I will say this though about Microsoft, and they got to start giving value packages. They got to like something very simple, like when you first bought a Nintendo Wii, what did you get in the system?
like in the packaging. Like,
Yeah, you got the system, you got the sensor bar,
the Wiimote.
remote, nunchuck.
Stand.
Yeah,
The Wii.
with the deluxe version.
Yeah, the Wii. What else did you get?
A game.
A game. You got
Yeah.
5 fucking games.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And you eventually got Wii Sports Resort, and then you also bought for like another $10 if you want to go in store, you can buy a Wii Play.
And
When
you
you
got a
bought-
controller.
Yeah, when you bought the Link's Crossbow Training, you got the Zelda.
the Zapper.
Sorry, yeah, the Zelda. You got the Zapper. You got a almost full game, and there's like my brother played that for hours because he enjoyed it so much. For $20, you got that. The problem I find with Microsoft is they have to give more out of the box. And like if they give a Kinect, they got to give a lot of free games with that Kinect. They got to give like if you go now on the Kinect arcade page, they have like bowling and they have all these things, but you have to buy them each as an individual game, and there's like a ridiculous amount of Microsoft points.
Why isn't there a sports pack? That makes sense.
There isn't. There's each game individually, or there
So
probably
stupid.
is as a separate game. Like no, you buy Kinect, you should get all those games like that. You have to be forcing people to say, okay, I have a free game. I'm gonna play these. I'm gonna see what it looks like. Okay, it's actually pretty fun. I'm gonna go find some other games that use the Kinect. And that's one thing that I love about Nintendo is when they want you to try something and use it, they really give you something to use. If you look strategically with the Wii Sports, every game utilizes every major motion that they plan on using with that Wii remote.
It's a good example of a tech demo.
Yeah.
Same with the new thing with Wii U, the Zombie U. They have a 2-player mode that uses the Pro Controller. It comes with the Pro Controller. The pad is perfect with the scanner, so that uses all the functionality.
Yeah, like in Wii Sports, it uses every motion. You punch forward, or you swing, or you tennis, you swing out, and it got you into the flow of it. Then you could easily pick up another game like, Red Steel? Yeah,
And
I think the second Zelda game they released for the Wii, it was basically Wii Sports Zelda essentially, with like the moves that you would do
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah.
because fucking people play those like people who don't have any other game on the Wii. Like my sister and her friends will still like just hang out and play Wii Sports.
It's fantastic.
That and Just Dance.
Yeah.
I fucking love that game. So do I. It's a fun game. But the only thing that would make me go over to an Xbox is if they let it dual boot Windows and the Microsoft OS.
Yeah.
But then
that would
now it's
make
becoming
me
a
go
computer.
there.
But if they did that and they said you can utilize your TV as like a screen and they let you run other things on there, because then I could like when you boot it up it says load Windows or load Xbox OS. I can say load Windows, and then that will let me play certain PC games that maybe wouldn't be able to play on the Xbox,
They won't do that. You know why?
like SimCity.
Because that's a smart thing to do.
That's a
Yeah,
good point.
Microsoft, like I was going to mention before, is Microsoft does a lot of stupid things. People, they don't want advertisements clearly on their console. They have advertisements.
Yeah, they have to drop that.
Our
That's
friend
pissing me off.
Aaron, he was on the show before. He was saying before that he was looking at a poll on the Microsoft website before Windows 8 came out, and he said that there was a bunch of people saying, "Do you like tiles?" And I think they said about 96% of people said no, and Microsoft released a statement saying, "Oh well, you know, our employees are using tiles and they're really getting used to it. You guys will too." No, I'm not gonna buy it now.
No.
I don't want to buy something to get used to it.
Yeah, like that's shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no other way to say it.
Like if Xbox were to use game restrictions and constant online thing, but they were to do like a dual boot Windows, I would completely forgive
Now,
those two faults.
what
for
would you
that.
say to what I was saying, like the Windows 8 and the Xbox games only run on the Xbox box, but it is like a full Windows 8, like straight up.
Sorry,
what
say that again.
So, like, say for example, you have your Xbox, right?
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
just running Windows, like just
Okay.
running Windows 8, except since it's an Xbox, it only runs the Xbox disc. Would you be okay with that, or do you actually want two separate operating systems?
I wouldn't mind two separate operating systems.
What about an app, like a tile you click on Xbox and it boots like not a desktop like what Windows 8 does, but like an Xbox dashboard?
As long as the system itself is an Xbox. If it's
Okay.
a PC running Xbox software, I don't want that. I don't want to have to be able to crack it open to upgrade it.
Okay.
I want a complete system.
Now this is kind of like the Steam box almost. What you're kind of talking about.
Is that
Where it's a computer that you use for your on your TV, and then you boot up Steam and you go to big picture mode, and you basically got a console.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like this would be one way that Microsoft could kind of like counter this whole rising
and
Steam box.
and
idea.
there could be a market for that. For me though, I still wouldn't do that because again, for me, as soon as hardware has to be removed and upgraded to meet system requirements, I wouldn't want that. I would want a preset system.
But with what we learned from the hardware from the PS4, this is basically a full-fledged PC that you don't have to upgrade. You know,
That's what I was about to say. Is what if Microsoft's going to cash in on this? Their launch day console has like a gig of RAM or something, and then it's like in 2 years it's going to be like the Xbox Slim with 2 gigs of RAM.
that'd be awesome. That'd be so funny.
I better buy a PS4.
Microsoft,
Yeah.
if you're listening, which you're probably not,
Oh, they are.
I don't like tiles, so
if
that
you
means
if
put
you
tiles
dual boot
in.
Windows and any Windows you want, not Windows 8, but if I want Windows 7 and you do
I'm gonna
and
do
you do
that then.
Microsoft and you do the Xbox OS on the other end, that is a complete sell for me. I'd give you a check right now.
I have a theory. What if all these scary rumors that are coming about the PS4, like before it was launched, are announced, and the 720
Done by the
all
companies themselves.
are by the companies themselves? So when they
I've
actually
actu-
come out, they don't have the stupid rumors, and it makes the consoles look awesome.
I've actually heard this. Apple has been rumored to have actually leaked their products to certain news outlets before it's even announced, just to gain hype over it.
We're all pawns on their chess.
Like, you know that guy who lost the iPhone 4?
Yeah, that was
and that
intentional.
bar? That could have been Apple saying, yeah, just go leave this lying in the bar somewhere. People will discover that it's not an iPhone 3GS, and then they'll be this huge big story, because the guy wasn't fired from Apple who lost it. So,
That seems like it's something worth firing over.
yeah, especially when Steve Jobs was the boss.
Yeah.
You
Well,
just-
why? Yeah. Question one: why the fuck did it leave the headquarters to begin with?
Well, no, they sent it out to do testing on the cellular networks. So they sent out guys who have it in a 3GS looking case. So it looks like a 3GS from far away. Once you take that case off, it's the new phone. So there could be iPhone 6s out there right now, or iPhone 5Ss out there right now.
5Ss.
You think they're 5Ss?
Yeah, 5Ss, yeah.
I can just picture the logo.
Like the S in the little gray box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's, oh god.
You gonna get the upgrade kit for your 5?
No, I'll have this for another 2.5 years.
No, just like the upgrade kit sticker. Just print off the S and
Oh, put on the
Stick
S
on
on the back. Yeah, that'd be terrible. Well, I think that's everything, right?
If you say so, boss.
I think so.
Yeah.
We have covered it all. Well, we should. This is our 10th episode. It's pretty big. Really,
I forgot to announce that at the beginning. Yeah, it's not how I wanted it to be. I wanted a few more guests on.
You know what's better than the 10th episode is the 11th.
Yeah.
So we'll do a special 11th episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could. That'll be a
A
tradition.
new beginning.
But we got a lot of content rolling out. We got you guys doing your reviews.
Some more videos going up on the site now.
I'm gonna be doing some PC gameplay videos myself. I bought some indie games that are on sale. I'm gonna be doing some of that.
And possibly maybe Aaron can get going on some of his.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Stuff you
email
wanna
Aaron
do.
this week as well. And website, we made some tweaks, and I'm gonna be re-uploading the new version.
How many episodes of the Shoulder Bun Boys did we do before we called it quits?
I think it was like 13 or something like that.
Maybe we should do.
Start again.
Yeah, just after 13, just end it and then start again. This a whole new theme. Just do 13 and cut
We
it.
have to build up a user a base.
Yeah, what the
of
heck we doing here?
people.
Just for shits and giggles.
I can't think of another name.
I'll take care of it.
I don't.
No,
I don't
you
want
came up
You
with
don't-
Shoulder
you
Button Boys.
I
didn't
am
you?
not-
Came out with day one patch too.
I am not redoing a website. Good sir.
No, you tried to redo the logo.
No, but then
Oh,
we
wait,
have
to buy a new domain.
I'm not redoing all that.
We paid for a domain.
It's
I
one-
be the domain.
Oh, that's right.
day one
1099.
patch is
Thank
good,
you.
man.
So yeah,
You never have to think of a name. You just literally when somebody says it in normal conversation, you just like, that's it. That's
you
it.
keep saying that, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how day one
Day one
patch.
patch,
You're like,
yeah.
there's gonna be a day one patch, and we're like, that's the new name.
I still love Shoulder Button Boys because we're trying to think of
The
a name.
original idea.
You said it, and then yeah, let's do that. Shoulder Button Boys. And then later on, you tell us that you thought of the stupidest thing you could think of, and you said Shoulder Button Boys,
Yeah.
and then that's what we were.
Well, the initial concept was we were gonna do video.
Yeah,
We would have our jackets with the shoulder buttons on our shoulders.
yeah.
L1 and R1s. Or you could have bumpers if you want. Or whatever the
RBLB,
fuck the Wii
L-
U's doing.
R
LZ.
The
LZ and RZ,
Yeah.
or
I actually don't like the A where it is on the Wii U. I think that's on all Nintendo products. I think it's A and B, but the A's in like the top right. On the right?
It's on the right, yeah.
Yeah, and it's flip. The X and Y are flipped, and the B and A are flipped compared to the X.
Because when your hands rest on it, your thumb rests on B.
Yep.
So that should be the main action button, not A.
I
You
agree
know?
with that.
Probably
It's because of
revamp it if
Xbox.
you want.
It's always like press A. Shit, I press B. Like,
Yeah, it's amazing because that diamond formation of those letters was done by Nintendo first for the Super Nintendo,
that's very true.
and then Xbox like
Oh,
flipped it
yeah.
around and said, "Yeah, this is the new standard." And now like people can't stand the Nintendo one.
It
It doesn't bother me. When I pick up a controller, I know which one I'm holding, and
Yeah,
I know where all the buttons are.
I fucked up a couple times when I went back and forth, but three different between GameCube, Wii U, and Xbox. The X's are in 3 different places. GameCube one is just fucking weird altogether.
I think they should have just all had universal something.
The N64 is the weirdest.
1, 2, 3, and 4. How's that? Pretty exciting.
I've seen controllers like that.
The
They're
third-party
ugly.
ones, yeah.
They're really ugly.
I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently the joystick on the N64 controller wasn't originally going to be there.
Holy crap!
It was still going to be a 3D system, but it was just going to be a D-pad. And
Ooh.
yeah, but then like in development of Mario 64, they found that having that in was more accurate. Like a joystick was more accurate than for moving. So instead of replacing the D-pad, they just added it in. That's where the whole penis of the controller comes in.
Oh, okay.
That's a rocky controller right there. I don't know. It's all of its functionality yet.
And for GoldenEye, at one point, it was going to be that to reload your gun, you remove the rumble pack underneath and you put it back
Yeah,
in.
you
Like,
mentioned
Holy
that.
crap.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's ridiculous.
yeah.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Now, imagine if that happened or they were still implemented today. The whole gun violence thing,
Oh.
physically putting in a clip.
That's right.
That would have been.
Well,
would have fun with that.
My PlayStation Move gun, you can hit the bottom of the magazine and it will reload for you and stuff.
And
my-
I am
my
surprised.
Wii
I'm
does
surprised they haven't brought that into the spotlight.
It's because they don't know about it. That's why.
We keep giving them good arguments. We got to stop doing that.
Well, one of the best things I heard about video games is that it's like when someone talks to you in a different language that you don't know, that's how video games are. People just walk by your room and see you playing video games. They don't understand what's happening in your video game.
Mhm.
They physically can't understand unless they sit down and play it themselves.
Yeah.
It's not just you shooting up mindlessly, you know?
I was playing games and my mom was sitting there. I was playing The Walking Dead, and someone swore and my mom's like, "Did they just say fuck?"
Yeah. But like they certain people do appreciate like the beauty of it. Like my mom, like when Grand Theft Auto came out, she thought it was just violence. And this is like back with 3 in Vice City, and of course this is when I had to have my parents buy the video games for me because I was too young for a job or money. But then later on, like I'm at home and I'm playing GTA 4. She walks by, she's like, "Is that city real?" Because I'm driving over the bridge and you see the skyline. I'm like, "No, it's a game." She's like, that is amazingly beautiful." And I'm like, "I know. See the potential of games."
Yeah.
If you could show, like, maybe 5 games to someone to prove that video games are more than just a waste of time, like to show that they're an art form, that they're beautiful, what would you show them?
Okay.
We should go. Let's do a round table. Let's do it.
Okay. And I want you to do. You have a Reddit account now?
Yes.
Pose the same question to our gaming tonight,
All right.
That's fucking cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Good stuff, Artie.
Thank you.
and plug our podcast while you're at it.
You got it.
And legitimately tell me if you don't, so then I can.
Okay.
Okay. It's just don't say you're gonna do it and don't.
I'll do it in the morning.
Okay. Okay. 5 games.
Who's
That.
going first?
I guess Adriano's going. He's going.
Just
Oh.
start naming games.
Do it
Okay.
up.
I would do based on character development. So, Mass Effect.
Okay, I saw that one coming.
This is to someone who doesn't understand video games.
Yeah.
It could be
Isn't
any
that,
game.
isn't that a bit heavy?
But they don't have to play them. They can.
Are you just not showing them like a snippet of it, or what? How is this working? Like, how would you show
Just-
it to them? I'm
you-
sorry if I'm getting too technical with this.
Just whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, whatever you have to do to prove to them.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess.
Okay. So for me, first one's gonna be Mass Effect. So let me think of the second one. Somebody else go.
Go ahead.
I would say Uncharted. Uncharted 2 probably.
It's for cinematic reasons.
Yeah, because it's like a movie. It's
Yeah.
and it's just a beautiful game too. And the characters are fantastic, even though you don't like Drake Marty. But Characters are awesome.
I'm definitely gonna have to go with Oblivion
Why?
because the environment is amazing. It goes all the way from the mountains, like snowy mountains, to like mid region where it's all forest, to like coastal region. It's friggin' awesome.
So again, just the
Environment.
artistic beauty of it.
Yeah, the environment
Yeah.
is what would sell somebody, in my opinion. Like if you were to take a glance at it.
A bit of an odd one here, but I'd go with Beatles Rock Band.
Ooh.
That's a
Okay.
good one, actually.
Every
Okay.
individual song had its like own flavor. It was its own character,
Mhm.
really.
And it was just a
It was a
fantastic.
great game.
Yeah.
I will go with any one of the Assassin Creed games for any of them set in an Italian city, based on its accuracy for architecture and environment. Like that, like to me, that could be a game. Like if a history major or history teacher needed to demonstrate how things were done or what they looked like he could load up a Assassin's Creed mission and just walk around the city and say, this is how this was designed, or take him to the Colosseum and say, this is a accurate 3D rendition of what the Colosseum looked like.
That would
So
be
for
cool.
educational purposes.
My next one, but this one might be a little more obvious, but Flower, which is the same developer who did Journey. And just because it's such a simple game, and it's basically you collecting flower petals to rebuild a city, and so it's more art than it is game.
Mhm.
And I believe that all video games are pretty much art, and I think they have a museum actually that they're doing for video games, which is really awesome. So it's my second game. I was actually playing with my cousin. She's like 7 years old, I think, and she actually enjoyed it. She was playing it.
I'm trying to think of a game that would let somebody.
I have another one.
Okay, go ahead. Maybe we'll think of one.
Portal 2.
Hmm.
Oh, it's kind of like the obvious choice, but that's one of the funniest games I've ever played, ever. That's my kind of humor. And I've never played puzzles like that before. That's just, it's beautiful.
I'd have to say Robin Hood Defender of the Crown. It's like a really
I'm
good...
really puzzled by your selections.
Hold the phone here. It's a really good it's a really good hidden gem. It's a pretty rare game. It combines both strategy of like an RTS, but when you go into like certain areas, there's like a wide variety of real-time things. So you can do jousting, you can like rob things, you have to do a little bit of money management. There's like real-time fighting, real-time missions, so it kind of introduces all genres. That's my feel for that. That's why I chose that.
A lot of like places, a lot of websites and other podcasts I'm listening to are they're always saying that SimCity like is the game that can breach out of the normal gamer market.
Yep.
It's like you could walk down the street and like play a trailer or have a trailer playing a SimCity, and some guy in his 40s could say, "Oh, it's a new apparently like that's a new SimCity game. Oh, I'm going to get that."
Yep.
So like SimCity could you're building a city. Like my brother who doesn't play video games anymore. Like he said, if he had a system that could play it, he'd play that in a second.
It's a bit complex though, I think, for the average
Oh, but
non-gamer.
yeah, you can also revert back to earlier versions and.
Just sandbox mode.
There you go. Yeah, sandbox mode.
I'm trying to think of a game that lets you nurse like and like raise a life, like lets you take care of something else.
The Sims.
Tamagotchi.
That's what I was thinking of. I'm like Tamagotchi, but that's not.
Or those
It's a
DS,
game, but not a
DS games where you had the dogs.
Nintendogs.
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 Yeah.
I did not feed mine
Connectimals.
regularly.
I'll go with Nintendogs.
Yeah. Yes.
But something like that lets you take care of something and
Even The
and
Sims,
take,
yeah. Even The
take on
Sims.
the responsibility of another life.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I
You-
was thinking. Let me see. I was thinking Little Big Planet. Because it has a wide range from young to old. Like hardcore gamers play it, casual gamers play it, kids play it. And so it's more cartoon violence than like gore, bloody violence.
Mhm.
And
It's
so
hilarious when you die in that game.
especially when you have to blow yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why my third choice.
I'm gonna have to say my third is gonna have to be Vice City. Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Okay.
Why are my
Wait,
games
wait.
being laughed at
You
here?
remember what we're going for, right?
Yeah,
These are
I'm-
games you would show someone to prove that video games are more than just mindless activity.
That's a great game though.
That is an amazing game.
Game.
That is an amazing game.
But why? Argue it. Sell it.
I'm going to sell. Okay, so basically you have, like, for its time, of course, it's now getting dated, but for its time, you had a great environment. It had
Killer soundtrack.
It had a killer soundtrack. I don't even listen to music, and I like the soundtrack.
I'm pretty sure it had the cult in there.
It had that. It had, like,
Flock of seagulls.
customizable characters. You could go, like, there was a pretty deep story, kind of like a movie. And somebody, if you're exposing somebody who's not playing games to something like that, that's like a mafia movie, a gangster movie. I don't know. I think that's a good choice, in my opinion.
I'm gonna say, even though my save file fucked up, Walking Dead Telltale.
It is pretty awesome. I've only played the first episode, but
to demonstrate that you don't have to, that you can play the game, like not just
it's your story.
Yeah, you don't have to follow what the game's telling you to do.
Also, I think with a lot of RPGs, they always say, "Oh, you have your own story. You can go talk to a friend and have different outcomes." But most RPGs, you have the same outcome. I think that The Walking Dead, you really have a vast outcome that's different from like a friend's playthrough.
It really makes you feel regret too.
Yeah,
I always feel like I've made the wrong decision. Yeah. Especially when it pops up and it says, Kenny will remember that. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Once you consider turning that off?
I asked Ryan, how should I play? They offered the standard or like the, I can't remember what they call the other one, but they turn off all the hints. And they turn off all stuff like that. And I thought about it, but I don't know.
All right, my fourth game would be, I think, L.A. Noire.
I was actually going to say that, but I don't know why.
You can share it if you want.
No, I don't have a reason why I'd say that, but I just...
That's true. I don't have a good reason. I don't know. It was... Yeah, I just feel like it was a well done game. It was just... The violence wasn't bad. It was like a movie again. Like, it's just...
Yeah. Mine's kind of similar, like Heavy Rain.
Yeah, that was my fifth choice.
Yeah, well, I stole it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say more of a broad. This is, I think, my final one now, actually. Because parents and other people give you crap. You're like, oh, I'm a gamer. My hobby's gaming. Kind of like, okay, you game, okay. But if you
so what else do you do?
Yeah, it's like okay. But I find that people don't have the same reaction when you collect baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
Or you collect comic books. So what if...
I could consider you a collector. You buy a lot of games.
I buy,
you like your collection.
I like my collection.
Yes.
But you're saying there's a stigma to video games, right?
There's video games, yes. But parents, and I'm sure even some of our parents, probably your parents more, my parents are just old immigrants, but your parents more. I'm sure some of your parents probably have an old comic book collection, or probably have their old baseball cards somewhere. So showing them games like sports games that lets you manage a season roster and lets you figure out how you want to play these characters, or something like Batman Arkham City or Batman Arkham Asylum will maybe bring back that nostalgic feeling of, hey, I'm playing these amazing superhero, and I actually get to do what they do.
Yeah, because before you could just read the comics and it's all played out before you, but now you actually get to control that character in that world.
Yeah,
and it's really amazing, actually.
I would actually throw Arkham on my list. Both Arkham games, actually.
Well, you're over the limit, Marty. I think you've used up. You gotta get rid of Heavy Rain and give that one.
What's our limit here?
Heavy Rain was my fourth.
We said 5, but I already pitched out 6.
Yeah. Well, Arkham, fantastic. If you ever wanted to experience Batman in video game form, go with that.
And Matt, what's your final one?
I'm still on 4 here. I gotta say 4 would have to be Red Dead. We mentioned it before.
That's good. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a fantastic universe.
The world is living in massive living universe, massive open world.
Well, people and animals.
Yep.
And people love westerns.
People love westerns, like with the movie thing, like you were saying. That's something like nostalgic. If older people used to watch all the old John Wayne movies, that sort of thing, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And what I like about Red Dead is is obviously they're made up cities, but they're like GTA. They're as close as a representation of the time period
Yep.
and the culture you can get. I love how in Red Dead you can go as far north as possible.
Yep.
And get to a city where they actually have pavement.
Yeah,
the only place in the game
Blackwater.
where you can see pavement.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go as far south as possible and go to the crummiest dead end shack in
Yep.
Mexico, and you can just look at the difference.
It's awesome.
And it's like that was probably pretty accurate.
And the multiplayer brings it all together. The world is still living. There's still AIs, moving supplies town to
Fuck,
town
I
and
just
stuff.
thought of another one.
Go ahead,
So-
take Matt's other one.
Get out of here,
do
man.
you have? I'll say it anyways. But do you have a fifth one you want to spit out?
I'd have to say the fifth one would have to be Skyrim for the pure scale of it. You get to go in all these different dungeons. You play out a character. Expandable universe with DLC, of course, but
How many discs is that on PS3?
Somehow they fit it on one DVD disc for Xbox.
Yep.
And it's one Blu-ray disc.
You must compress the
Somehow-
shit out of that.
L.A. Noir,
3 discs.
3 discs.
It's a facial technology.
Skyrim,
but
1 disc.
what it is though, I can tell you what it is. It's because if you look at the construction set on the computer, what it is like every like dungeon is made up of a bunch of like little pieces of like thing
Yeah.
snap all together. So you'll have like 1,500 pieces, and then when you open the dungeon door, it'll call 1,500 pieces in a different way.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'd say any game, and I'll tell you the specific one I'm thinking of, that makes you question the philosophical or moral values that structure a city and a society.
Ooh, let's guess what.
That's a good one.
Would we be able to guess it, or is it a
It's this generation
that would make me question what now?
using philosophical principles to reevaluate or make you second guess your societal structure.
Wreck-It Ralph for the Wii.
Oh my god.
That's my guess.
Damn, I don't know.
No, that's a tough one.
You're on the like track though. I think any game that makes you kind of think like, or even care about the characters to think like what
But this isn't even really characters. It's more about the
actual.
the idealism of certain characters. It's them being okay. I'll tell you what it is. BioShock, the original.
Okay,
Have you any of you played through that game?
I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that.
it's
Another game that I think.
The philosophical
Yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah.
and political arguments in that game.
yeah.
And like for me, I recently found out there's a prequel book that goes with it. I didn't know, so I went and I bought it. It's sitting on my desk, ready to be read.
I know what you mean, though. It's like, what if something like that were to actually
Yeah,
happen?
yeah.
Would I go down there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
I could.
yeah. Or like the new one, Columbia.
Yeah.
Like why is Columbia different? Why are they saying their way is better? And if I do like it, why wouldn't I be there? Why can't we look at these games and say let's do this?
It's an incredible universe they got going on there.
First mistake was naming the city Rapture.
Rapture.
Yeah, that just doomed it for failure. It's just
Indeed.
Mhm.
that's a good choice, I think. Yeah.
Another game that kind of falls in like not really my choice because I haven't played it much, but one of the games that kind of fall in that category would be Deus Ex, the new one.
Yeah.
It's kind of playing on like the way civilization went in the future, sort of deal, and like how corrupt things are and corporations, and that's kind of cool.
And also like the mechanical upgrading of the human body.
Yeah, that too. That very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Also, anything I know we're way over a 5 though, but anything this could also backfire. Something that's so ridiculously violent but so ridiculously unrealistic.
That's
Kind of
yeah.
say it's not always about the straight up violence. Like it can be violent, but it can also be goofy too.
Ultra violence.
Yeah, like Borderlands or
Yeah.
No More Heroes.
Well, video games have such a bad stereotype. Like my mom always says, every time I go play a video game, she's always like, "You're off just gonna go save the world again in different ways. Why do you keep buying these games?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not just like because like to her, like what you were saying with the superheroes, like the comics. Probably when she was a kid, she like either like just watched TV or whatever, and that was the stereotype. You go save the world in a video game.
Mhm.
Yeah, everyone has their hobbies, you
Yeah.
know. And ours is video games, and for whatever reason, video games have this weird stereotype that you're wasting your life playing them. But I really think people need to open themselves up to video games to see what they're truly trying to achieve.
Anytime anybody like tries to say video games are a waste of time, if they say jokingly, I'll brush it off. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're trying to put up a legitimate argument, I'll just like completely try to rip apart their hobby and try to ask them. I'm like, you're collecting stamps. Why do you bother collecting stamps? What is that going to get you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to help you in your career? Huh? Is that going to get you further in life?
No.
So.
Yeah, because like if you
Do any of you collect stamps?
I do not.
I collect coins
I
to a
collect
degree.
comics.
I enjoy collecting coins. My dad has a massive coin collection.
Well, I'm not actively searching for coins, but if I find a cool one, I just throw it in
Yeah.
my little clay pot.
Yeah.
So.
But you're supposed to live life to enjoy it, and if we enjoy
Mhm.
doing this, then why should we like change what we like
Yeah.
doing?
You know what I used to collect? Terrible fortune cookie fortunes. Ones that were just so poorly written
That's awesome.
that I just had to remember them. I think I lost my collection though when I cleaned my room.
I laughed, but I wasn't surprised either.
Mm.
And I don't think movies have the same stereotype. People
Yeah.
like cinephiles, they don't.
Yeah.
No one yells at them for watching movies all day, or TV shows all day. But
Mhm.
video games, it's like, which I think is actually more brain stimulating than movies.
Yeah.
Movies take you
You're
through the
interacting.
story, but you have to actually think. You're solving problems. You're trying to figure
Yeah.
out how to beat something.
There
you know?
there have been real life positive reinforcements from video games. Surgeons with video game
Mhm.
because it's proven that they have better hand-eye coordination and they are calmer when doing surgery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you play a lot of FPSs, your reaction time is a lot better, and accuracy
your
too.
hand-eye coordination just skyrockets.
Yeah. Hasn't helped me in Call of Duty though. I still get destroyed every now and then.
That just means you haven't been playing it
destroyed
enough.
as bad as me. I get friggin' owned in that game.
But you're a master at Battlefield, apparently.
Yeah, Battlefield I got like 48 and like 2 deaths. 48 kills.
Okay, well, this was a surprising last segment. I like this.
We should have made another like video or
Some
Like a
sort of
sep-
like
like a
yeah,
separate
the
one.
conversation separate. That would have been cool. We should.
we'll
we
think of
could
one for
still
next
do
week.
it.
Yeah.
Make it more fleshed out.
But anyway, follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. We need those subscribers, and share with your friends. Do
Hey.
it.
Hey man, the website.
Day One Patch needs people.
And the new website is launching soon.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's-
we're a bit more refined this time. Slicker.
and it will always be refining. So keep checking back for new updates, because it's gonna be a pretty active website soon. I hope.
Oh, for sure. We have like what 3 or 4 different things on the go now for inter week.
Yep.
So,
And that's more reason to subscribe on YouTube. Get it on your little YouTube home feed,
yep.
so you can catch up on all the Day One Patch stuff. But I am Ryan Johnson, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.